Alrighty guys, welcome to the edition of How to Piss Your Wife Off. Building power saws. This is Slax 460. The fumes coming off this is pretty harsh. This is a Dawn dish soap power wash bottle that I put super clean in. It's pretty good. I've already ultrasonic cleaned a lot of this stuff with Simple Green. This stuff's kind of hard on your hands too, but you have to. I don't necessarily care too much about the plastic, but I just thought while I was washing things, while I was washing things, I would go ahead and do it. Ultrasonic clean this too, but not as long. But normally I would just use my pressure washer and garden hose and my pedal bike that I got out there with the basket on. It's flipping cold. I don't feel like going down in the basement and hooking up the garden hose since it's not summertime yet. So we're going to use the spray gun in here. It's super clean, it's biodegradable, so I don't got to worry about where it goes down the drain. A lot of the heavy stuff from the ultrasonic cleaner. We're just going to give her a spruce up. You gotta be careful flipping and flopping so you don't poke holes in your tub. Alrighty. Grab my handy dandy one. Use hot water. See some hair in here. It's one of the dogs in the basket earlier. I got a screw in the fuel line, but we'll be flushing it out anyway. That's probably one of the nicest tanks I have seen on a 460 that's used. We saw they're getting pretty old. Look at that thing. I'm not worried about getting water inside the engine on this thing because the cylinder's roached. I don't know if you can see it in there, but I wanted to get 90% of the ground off the crankcase. So I could tear it apart. I'm still getting it right. Wish I had the pressure washer and stuff, but. And depending on what I find in here, we might be splitting the case. I might have to give Slax a call and see we're going to put bearings and seals into. But I don't know if they just super leaned it up or straight gassed it or what. I'm hoping it's just got straight gassed and the seals and the bearings are damaged. Shut this off. Give her one more. Give her one more hosing. Look how clean that flywheel is. The saw is actually in real cosmetically really good shape. Since I washed the dog, the dang tub's kind of plugged up. Leave that super clean set. I'll be pulling all this stuff out and get the water out of the degree wheel and stuff like that, so I'm not too concerned about that. Alrighty, I'm going to pause you guys and I'm going to get you back out in the shop. Alrighty guys, I'm back out in the shop. I blew all this stuff off with just the air compressor. I did that off camera. That way you guys didn't have to sit there and listen to it. I think I blew something on my eyeball, even with glasses. That's awesome. This part's turned out really good. This tank is amazing. Tank's in great shape. Look at that flywheel. That's the brightest flywheel I've seen on one of these in a long time. I didn't wash the top of the cylinder. The cylinder's cooked anyway. Before I go to bed tonight, I will be pulling this cylinder, blowing the crankcase out, and then spraying the inside of the crankcase with WD-40 so nothing surface rust, just in case if I got a little bit of water or chemicals down in there. And I'll probably pull this off tonight too, so that everything don't spot rust on there. This cover turned out good. It's got some sort of, must have had a sticker or something on it here at one time. Looks like it'll rub off. I'll probably grab a rag and some brake cleaner or something and rub that off. I'll do that later. But this is definitely clean enough now where I can feel a little better about taking it apart. I did have I plugged a line on there with a screw in it. But yeah, so I don't know, the parts are washed. I've got a brand new cylinder. We're going to be trying, I'm going to try to do a taper top piston swap build on this. If it's not going to work, then I'll just do a flat chamber cut and use the OEM stuff. But really want to try a piston swap, and Slacks was cool enough to say let's try it. So awesome sauce. But yeah, this thing, other than a little bit of it running on the concrete or the ground or whatever, which this was a rescue saw, it's probably got started up every now and then. It probably didn't get much use, but yeah, super stoked. But there it is. You guys take it easy and have a good one.